Hey guys, we're Blender95, recording live from Local County Prison, so I am a bit pissed off today. Yeah. Not gonna go into it, but if I seem a little bit irritated or overexcited about something, no, that's why. Yeah, I got a haircut that has nothing to do with it. Anyway. This death battle... I mean, I'm not saying there are a lot of anime death battles and there are a lot of anime versus anime death battles. Even though these two anime are pretty popular, I don't see, I mean, judging just by their track record, it would, if they were going to do this, it would take a while. But likeliness of happening has never stopped me from doing it before, so yeah. There's going to be Rin Okumura from Blue Exorcist. Yes, Blue Exorcist, not A Nui Exorcist. Why? Because I speak fucking English, that's why. Yeah, okay, I prefer dubbed over sub. Somebody's going to bitch about me to me about that. You know what? I'd rather hear it in my native language. I don't care if it's fucking 3% more accurate in the Japanese subtitles. I'd rather look at something and read a subtitle and not read a subtitle. Because hell, even if it's in English, even if they're speaking English, if you put subtitles at the bottom, I'm probably not going to look at the screen. I'm just going to be reading the subtitles. Right? I don't care what your argument is. I like dub. You're not going to get me to stop watching dub. So, yeah. Anyway, so Rin Okumura versus Alan Walker from The Gray Man. Sorry, yeah, that was penned up for a while. So yeah, Exorcist versus... Actually, not only Exorcist versus Exorcist, this is pretty much like World's Greatest Exorcist, self-proclaimed World's Greatest Exorcist versus self-proclaimed World's Greatest Exorcist. So, yeah. Let's start out with Rin. So, Son of Satan. That's nice, yeah. So, you know, this guy being half demon. Why is it never like, when somebody's half of a creature, it's never like their mother is the monster and their father's normal? Why is it always like, I'm half demon, my father was a demon, my mother was human? Why is Spock's mother not Vulcan and his father human? That's something that bothered me a little bit. I guess you could say it goes back to, you know, like the Nephilim and shit, and the, you know, archangels and all that, back in the, you know, Christian mythos, and the Greek demigods, how they were always, had male fathers, but I don't know, that's always bothered me how nobody's even thought to, like, spin that. Nobody's even thought to, like, make that something else. Like, you'd think with all of these open-minded comic book writers and shit, somebody would have decided to do something like that. Anyway, so yeah, he's the son of Satan, he's half demon, which grants him not really superhuman, but above human levels of strength, above human levels of stamina, speed. He has a regenerates from injuries, he has a healing factor, but it's what I like to refer to, and this isn't just for him, because this applies to many other people. I refer to it as the Inuyasha healing factor, just because I used to call it the Deathstroke healing factor, but then I realized Deathstroke healing factor has gone back and forth. I call it the Inuyasha healing factor, where it is a healing factor, absolutely. No human should heal that fast. But it's not really going to help you immediately in any conflict. It's an after-fight healing factor. If he gets stabbed, he's stabbed for the fight. After the fight, take him yeah. The Inuyasha healing factor is you shake off any non-lethal wound in a couple of hours. It's just completely healed in a couple of hours. This is a good thing for story sometimes because it lets him just get his ass kicked and then next episode he's up and fighting again. Doesn't have to worry about training, doesn't have to worry about recovering, it's just, hey, almost got killed, now I'm not almost killed, let me just fight this guy, yeah. It's like plot armor, but a little less cheap. So, yeah, any injuries he gets, he's not healing from them in this fight. And as for his method of attack, sword and fire. His really only ways of dealing damage are sword and fire. Sometimes sword and fire together, but still sword and fire. That's really all he has. Okay. Also, I mean, then there's more into it, like Karakuri, I believe that's the name of the sword is. It's technically connected to his heart. So, again, Inuyasha. Starting to notice anything. Yeah, except unlike that, instead of powering him up when it gets destroyed, if Karakuri gets destroyed, he dies. Because the sword sort of is, yeah, it's... The sword is the Macbeth to his Demona. It's the claw of Hermos battle armor of swords. Wow, I am reaching for references today. Anyway. Yeah, he doesn't do, yeah. If that sword gets destroyed, he dies. Simple as that. Not too much special about Rin. He is a powerhouse, but let me go into Alan. Alan's got a lot more to him. Alan fights beings known as Akuma. They are not to be confused with demons, because they are specifically not demons. So if any of you were going to point out that Rin's being half-demon works against him because Alan's got ways to kill demons and Rin specifically doesn't, no. Okay. So, basically, Alan Walker has what is known as an innocence in the palm of his hand, which allows him to make physical contact with Akuma without being infected by them like others would. I would go into what Akuma are, but again, I'm running on a time limit here anyway. And basically that eventually will, synchronizing with this allows him to do multiple things. He has what's known as the cross arm or something, where he gets a giant metal arm with huge claws on them. That's his first one. His second one basically becomes a fucking arm cannon. Eventually he gets Crown Clown, which is like the claw, but it also gives him like body armor. Then when its synchronization rate somehow surpasses 100, he gets a fucking Buster Sword, which I don't even get, but whatever. I know I'm rushing through this, but like I said, I spent a lot of time on Rin. A lot more than he deserved. Yeah. So, and also, while using the Buster Sword thing, he can create explosions, apparently randomly. I believe with one of the arms you can shoot, like, spikes out that are similar to the Akuma spikes that Akumas use on people that infect them. In which case, well, Rin is half human, that is gonna fucking suck. Except the one factor in this, is that Alan's weapons do not work on humans. It not just Akuma, but they work on anything that's supposed to be evil, and they specifically target the soul. They specifically target the evil inside a soul or whatever. So it's a back and forth really, because yeah, Rin's only going to be half affected, but if it's affecting their soul, does it really matter how physically affected he is? Because it's attacking the person's soul. He's going to be attacked as anyway. So, my verdict on this. Rin's the better fighter, definitely. He's not even that great of a fighter, really, but he's a better fighter between the two. Definitely has more power to him in terms of just straight power. But like I said, limited arsenal. Very limited arsenal for Rin. Very diverse arsenal for Alan. And unfortunately for Rin, I mean, Alan can fly. Unfortunately, or is it Rin that can fly? I forget. One of them can fly, one of them can't. Unfortunately for Rin, Alan's arsenal is very good at, like, controlling the battlefield. If he were a character, he'd be a trapping character. Like, he'd be Parasol from Skullgirls. So that sort of sucks for Rin, considering, going in full speed, swinging a sword at somebody is sort of what he does. Plus the fact that, I mean, the sword is awesome, Karakuri is awesome, but Alan's weapons have it way over that. And again, when your weapon breaking means you die, a la Thundercat style, yeah, it sucks to be outclassed in by everything the enemy has. Most people will say this fight's really even. And it is. It is a very close fight, actually. I'm going to give it to Alan just based on the advantages that I've given. I'm sure many of you can come up with advantages in Rin's favor. I'm going to give it to Alan. Just because, first of all, I'd hate to say, oh, it's close, so I'm not going to make a decision. I'm going to go ahead and say Alan, based on his weapons are better, he's got more of them, and he's just better at controlling the battlefield, which would really screw over Rin specifically. So yeah, I'm going to say Alan Walker beats Rin. Anyway, Verbal Engine 95. See ya.